What is up, my beloved hashtag champions fam? It's Zeke410 back with a brand new WWE Champions video, and today we are going to do a Hell Mode run on the Monday Night Raw Powerhouse Limited Time Tour. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Today we are going to be using my man, Attitude Era Acrobat X-Pac. So let's check out the moves that we are going to be using this time around. He is at 4-star bronze maxed out. We have the X Factor, the Bronco Buster, the 1-2-3 kick. You will soon see them in action if you aren't aware of what he is capable of. And at the moment, we are going to be running Jerry the King Lawler, Legend Trickster for Blue MP. We will be running Modern Era Trickster Xavier Woods for Purple MP. Then we have Modern Era Acrobat Akira Tozawa for Submission Reduction. And finally, we have Modern Era Acrobat Naomi for Berserker Mode damage if he loses a certain amount of health within a turn. So let's go ahead and dive right into this run and let's get into it. So, starting this off, first and foremost, how have y'all been? Who have you chosen to take up the 4-star when it comes to your classes? Who have you taken up? As of yet, a lot of people have been making a lot of very solid moves, and salute to all of those who are doing what they got to do for their rosters as well as their factions for the progression that is needed for this game. But all in all, I hope everyone has a very great and fantastic time as we move forward. So let's get into it. Now, this is actually going to be interesting and intriguing for me because I don't usually do these type of videos as a norm, but I am actually excited for trying this out, and hopefully you all enjoy this type of content. So we're going to do what we can to get through this because X-Pac literally can kill anything and everything, especially during feuds. He's a very solid champion to use during feuds. So we're going to hit the 1-2-3 kick, and it's going to be over for Henry after we hit the Bronco Buster to unload these column break gems. So we are going to go ahead and do that. But X-Pac is definitely a solid acrobat. Who's your favorite go-to acrobat? There's so many good ones out there now with Rey Mysterio, Jimmy Uso. You got your man X-Pac here. There's so many. Surfer Sting. There's just a plethora of top tier acrobats in my opinion, but all in all, I think they are going to need a buff now that 4-star golds are in the game, and if they are looking towards the future, more than likely we will also have 5 stars coming into the game later on, sooner or later. So acrobats are definitely going to be a class that are going to need a buff, as well as technicians. They're definitely going to need a buff as well when it comes to the overall damage that they're going to need to output to keep up with everybody. Because looking at Showboats right now, a guy like Slick Rick, he's going to be an easy choice to take to 4-star gold, as well as Duggan or Piper. I've seen a lot of people actually take Showboat Andre up as well, and some people might sleep on him and say that he's whack, but going up against a 400k health Showboat is still going to be no joke, and it isn't going to be a walk in the park for anyone one way or the other. So in the end, know yourself, know your roster, and don't sell yourself short, because you can still pull off W's with champions who aren't supposedly god tier champions. You just got to work the board and utilize the perks. Use that feud MP perk every single chance, every single MLC, every single opportunity. It's going to allow you to load up on points very fast and early, so you can be able to spend the rest of your weekend however you like. So always use that perk. I, for one, used to be against perks. I'm not even going to deny that. I won't lie. But all in all, you know, they have benefited me in the end, so I can't even say nothing negative about them anymore. Yes, it's going to cost you some coins. Yes, you're going to have to put in the work to hit milestones for different contests like TP Evolving Coin events and, you know, whatever weekend contests that come around. But all in all, as long as you have that feud MP perk, you are going to be able to get through so much, and it's going to make your life a whole lot easier when it comes to sustaining your position in a top faction or whatever faction you're in. As long as you come to put in the work, as long as you put forth the effort, you will always be rewarded. So always keep that in mind. No matter what faction family you are a part of, always know that. So we're rocking and moving. I'm not here to really try to do a speed run here. This is my first time doing this type of video when it comes to actually like sitting down and going through a tour like this. Usually I just speed through them or I use auto clear tickets. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with changing things up. Now, as we move forward with the token Bonanza faction battle royale extravaganza contest, whatever you want to call it nowadays, we know we got blitzes coming. We know we got a flash feud coming, if you want to call it that. 17 hours straight doesn't seem like a flash feud to me. But all in all, are you ready for it? Are you prepared to utilize your female champions? Are you prepared to utilize your male champions when the opportunity comes? And what are you going to do with those medallions? What are you going to do with all of those excess resources that you're going to be able to get when it comes to these, future milestones? Like, champions is a grind heavy game. You're either grinding really hard or you are spending a lot of disposable income to maintain. But all in all, the rewards are always going to be just due when you put forth the effort. You're not going to get anywhere in this game if you don't learn to, invest in your exhibitions, making sure to farm whenever you get a chance, whether you're using auto clear tickets or if you're just going in with a top tier farming tag team or going in it solo dolo. You always want to make sure that you're capitalizing. You want to make sure that you're hoarding all your bags, all your token cases for the right moment and opportunity to use them. You want to make sure that you're always ready when it comes to your blitz tickets so that you can help out when it comes to those faction contests during MLCs. And just like with this faction battle royale contest, the rewards have been quite lavish. The rewards have been solid. Yes, some of them have been far in between when it comes to certain requirements for certain content, but ultimately it is a fair chance and opportunity for everyone to move forward with their roster. Even if you don't walk away with a 4-star gold once this contest has concluded, moving into the September MLC, at least you'll have some 5-star tokens to get you started when it comes to that point in time for your roster. So don't be discouraged. Don't be upset just because you might not have been able to do every single, LT tour this time around. You still got an opportunity to do the Mixed Match Showdown tournament. You still have an opportunity to do the blitzes. You still have an opportunity to do the feuds. So don't rule yourself out ever. Don't be discouraged. Just look at it like this. When you're in a good faction, they're going to look out for you. They're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure that you're well nurtured and knowledge and wisdom. So that way, when you move forward, you don't have to second guess anything that you do because you have the proper intel and information so you can move forward. Now, when it comes to champions, gaining personal knowledge about which champions to use, which trainers and coaches, which type of builds to utilize in certain situations, that's always going to be key. But one thing that WWE Champions and Scopely personally fails at is actually giving us, the players, the community, an opportunity to be fully aware of what we're about to walk into. Most of the times when it comes to the information that we're given, it's very loose. We're just giving, of like a point blank script of, okay, this contest, this contest, this contest, this contest. But at the same time, they're not giving us a full in-depth thing of like, okay, what are all the full rewards for every single milestone? What are the drop rates when it comes to the banners within the loot section of the game? Like, there's certain things that champions should be taking care of and tending to. By now, I honestly think an in-faction trading system should be properly established. I think that the inventory reimbursement system should be established by now. There's a lot of quality of life options and opportunities that WWE Champions and Scopely could be truly capitalizing on at this very moment in time. And sadly and unfortunately, they are not. And hopefully they see the light. And hopefully they realize, what? They're hurting themselves. They're hurting their player base. And that's not a good look. That's never a good look. You want to bring more people in. You don't want to lose people. You don't want to discourage people. So that's definitely something that always needs to be kept in mind when you're thinking about how you're running your business. Like, WWE Champions is a game that has an opportunity to literally go worldwide, be a number one top grossing game if the people in charge actually take a moment to realize what they have. Like, for instance, having an MLC or even just having a mega superstar banner for The Fiend. You know, modern era powerhouse Fiend. Make him more broken than Zombie Austin. There you go. Drop him during Halloween. You were going to have people invested just because he's so hot in real life when it comes to the WWE. Same thing with looking at DX. We already got X-Pac. We already got HBK. We already got Triple H. Why not include China? Make her a VIP champion. What about Billy Gunn? What about Road Dogg? These are other characters that could easily be MLC champions just like X-Pac. And people would go all in to try and get them. Like, there's so much opportunity here within this game that'll draw more people in. And again, there's certain things that we should all be doing. You know, we should all be farming. We should all be hoarding. We should all be going all in for every single contest if we have the resources to do so, whether it's blitzes, showdown, whether it's invasions, faction feuds. There's so many things that go on in Champions, but we as the community should always be prepared and ready. And if WWE Champions never fully lets on what's going on, we will never be ready for anything, and legit we'll just continue to be purposefully wasting our resources every single time something pops up. Because if you gave us a full scale layout of the champions that are needed for the MLCs, which they do, if they gave us a full on in-depth understanding of like the grand total of everything that's going to be needed, entire factions would be able to decide, knowing, okay, these are going to be the trainer abilities, these are going to be the move sets for these champions for this MLC, this is how much TP we're going to need for each one of these week-long TP contests, this is how much we're going to need now due to 4-star golds being included in the game now. Like, certain things should just be common sense. And I hope one day Champions wakes up and realizes that they are sitting upon a gold mine, and we, as the player base, the Champions fam, we love what Champions has been putting out, but it also gets to a point where enough is enough. There's no point of people always ending back up at zero when it comes to resources. There's only a few gems within the Champions community that actually are holding things down all the way around when it comes to having thousands upon thousands of TP, hundreds and hundreds of millions of coins, thousands and thousands of tokens of every single color and kind. Like, there's only so many players that are actually up to snuff when it comes to that kind of scenario. And a lot of us are trying. Many players, especially the free-to-play side, are trying to do their best. And sometimes the only way that they can even get ahead like that is by playing it smart and linking up with a very smart and intellectual top-tier faction that cares and tends to their players and their rosters. But not that many people get those type of golden opportunities. I've had that opportunity with many great players in Crown Era, and I have the same opportunity now within Black Ops. So you know what? I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've been given and the blessings and the knowledge that I've gained over this point in time. But all in all, Champions needs to sit back and realize that, hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And just like that, you know, in an instant, it could be taken care of in an instant. It doesn't have to be a bunch of, political BS. We're people. We're all people. Y'all gotta make a living. We make a living. We want to have fun. Y'all want to have fun. I know a lot of people who work at Champions and Scopely actually play Champions, so they understand. They at least comprehend what we're dealing with to an extent, to a certain point. At least you'd hope so, but who knows? Who knows? But I'm just going to be sitting back, clearing this final match. I'm really grateful to actually do this video. Might have been long-winded. I'm not even really caring about the time because, yes, X-Pac's one of the fastest champions in the game, but I'm also sitting here talking to y'all. Multitasking can be a pain, but it's also a gift. It gives me some time to vent and talk to you. I really am excited to see where Champions heads, like I said earlier, they could easily do the Fiend, drop the Fiend at any given time. People would love the Fiend. DX members, new types of content to do, new game modes, extending the road or actually applying a true storyline when it comes to WWE champions. Like a lot of people forget when you start this game, they give you this whole shtick about being a manager. Why not have it more like become more, 2K ish? There's nothing wrong with being innovative and changing things around, especially if it builds into what you already are developing. Wrestling is about storytelling. It would be cool if we had, little, you know, story interactions for the MLCs once we've cleared certain tours or reached certain parts of the MLC. Some things are right there in our face and we choose to ignore them. But ultimately, there's so much here and so many possibilities. There's so many champions that have yet to be introduced. We've yet to see guys like the Hurricane. The Hurricane was a mad he's like a cult icon when it comes to wrestling now. He's about to get like an elite action figure by WWE and Mattel. So, he would be a good look. Stand back, there's a Hurricane coming through. I mean, even guys like Brizango, like Tyler Breeze and Fandango, like those guys, they were solid. They were fan favorites. That'd be cool. Sanity again. Sanity's a cool clique, even though they're broken up now. Nikki Cross, what she's doing with Alexa, give her a nod. Re-up on the loot, bring up some cool things when it comes to the loot. Especially when it comes to the 2-star and premium. Put some new champions in there. Put in another God tier champion. Put in a couple God tier champions. Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Kairi Sane. Even like a girl like Shayna Baszler, she could easily be a mega superstar loot champion, obviously without question, just like the Bellas and Ronda. But there's also other opportunities here to expand the dynamic when it comes to character depth. Plus, you could also introduce a bunch of brand new abilities and content. Content is key. It would be cool to see if we had like 6-man tag matches. That'd be a cool option for showdown mode. That would spice things up, or even seeing it in the road. Having different stipulation type matches, where maybe you have to max out all your moves and then you're able to climb the ladder and get the title, so to speak, and you win the match. Or maybe you have to do a certain amount of damage and then you're able to hit a cage finisher or something. Like, there's so many things that champions could break away and do in here to make things more entertaining as we move forward. Something that definitely comes to mind, I'm sorry that I'm being long-winded, 17 minutes. Something that definitely comes to mind when I think about champions is when it comes to the anniversaries. What about also having download celebrations, like when we hit 5 million or 10 million downloads total? Break out a cool little week-long or 2-week-long contest, just like the faction battle royale, and have it be like easy requirements throughout. Bring back another D9 badge situation where people get an opportunity at a guaranteed 4-star gold champion later on. That's something that you can use to maintain not only the fan base and player base that you have, but also extend it and expand it. Start doing conventions, going to conventions, wrestling conventions, and having a booth for WWE champions. Hey, you want to check out this new game? If you install it now, we'll give you an exclusive promo code, and you're going to get this exclusive champion that no one else will have. The only way you can get them is by coming to a convention. There's so many things WWE champions could do to promote themselves better, to take care of us more. I honestly feel when it comes to the road, we need a huge overhaul. I said it before, adding more books to each road, adding new books, especially with all the new champions, a new way to introduce new champions, get people invested in what's to come, drop some new content with some new characters that haven't even been released yet. Showcase moves and different types of attacks and abilities that we haven't seen yet. Heck, even have the trainers and coaches that are equipped to them be new champions that haven't even been revealed yet properly. That's how you build your market. That's how you invest. We could easily have a tower mode in here. We could easily have a Royal Rumble mode, or at least a special type of Royal Rumble Gauntlet Blitz when that comes around. Paying homage to the big 4 pay-per-views. Even having throwback retro pay-per-view MLCs, or even week-long contests that run along MLCs. Things that keep us entertained, give us, an option, an opportunity to get new champions, to get resources that are going to be needed, because truly, the token drops, the TP drops, the coin drops all around are going to have to go up now that 4-star golds are officially in the game. There's no way around it. Gauntlet Blitz, Gauntlet Blitzes now moving forward, they're definitely going to need to up the ante when it comes to Gauntlet Blitz rewards. Faction Feud rewards. What is 100 Blitz tickets for the work you put in if you finish in the top 10? You know, what is that? What is that? You know, 50K, 100K easy, especially considering and knowing that we're going to have to grind out blitzes during these MLCs. You know, put some thought there. Yes, we know you want to line your pockets. Y'all got to keep the lights on, but so do we. And as far in as we are now that we're officially having 4-star silver banners being run now that we have showdown mode, tournaments becoming a new thing, glitches, bugs, and all, people still hitting their notoriety, still maxing it out and giving up and sacrificing their health packs, not just for those type of grinds, but the feuds, the blitzes. Like, come on, something has to change sooner or later, and I'm hoping for the best because I love this game to death. That's why I represent it. I'm grateful and I'm blessed for the opportunity that I've been given. But now when you're finally having 4-star silver banners, we had the mishap with the 4-star gold card for Ruthless Aggression Technician, Legend Killer Randy Orton. Many people walked away with our early 4-star gold, saved them tons of tokens. You know, just think forward, forward thinking, forward thought. You want to make things the best for everyone. Y'all are taken care of financially, but we as the player base get to have a great time playing the game that we love. And many of us have invested tons and tons of disposable income into, and we don't want to see this game go away. We don't want to see it fade, but we do want to see it improve, and we do want to see things get better as we move on. By all means, up the ante when it comes to resources that are dropped from the expeditions, on the road, limited time tours, the rewards that are given out throughout the entire game need to be upped entirely. There needs to be a reward and drop rate overhaul completely. I honestly really do think by now, with as many banners that run in this game now, it is time that we finally do get drop rates in the game. Many games that have it, top grossing games like Fate Grand Order, Dokkan Battle, okay, even games like Dragalia Lost have drop rates. Champions needs to have drop rates because at least then So when you get that 4-star silver, when you pull them, you feel more, achieved, because now you're realizing, oh snap, like I legit couldn't have pulled that, and lo and behold, here I am walking away with this 4-star right here. So some things are just worth investing in, quality of life, features that are going to benefit everyone and work out to the point that, yes, champions will still be able to make their money, but us as champions players walk away succeeding one way or the other. I didn't mean to hold you up, but thank you for checking out this video, if you did check out this video. But mad love to every single one of you nonetheless. Leave a like, and by all means, after this video, please do yourselves a favor by dropping a people's elbow on the subscribe button, as well as hitting a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from this channel. Mad love to every single one of you on my beloved #champions fam. Good pulling, good feuding, good blitzing, because it's definitely a good time to be a champion. But leave your thoughts in the comments below. Would you like to see more of these videos? I'm sure these videos could be way shorter if I didn't go off on my speeches and rants, but it helps me vent. I'm human, you're human, and we can use this video to share and spread our thoughts and awareness to everybody who takes a moment to check out this video in the future. So, by all means, leave all your thoughts and comments in the comments below. Haha. And by all means, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll do more of them, depending on how many views. And even if not, I'm still going to try just so I can get, my groove with it when it comes to doing this type of content anyway, because there's nothing wrong with branching out and trying new things. So, mad love to every single one of you. Until next time. But always remember this: all things have a beginning, all things have an end. So inevitably, all things must fade to black.